What's going on, YouTube? Overclock Rider here. I know it's been a very long time since you've seen this beautiful voice. Because, you see sound waves. Yeah. Moving on. So, you guys probably wonder where I've been for a while. Where I've disappeared to for all these years. Well, it's kind of a short, longish story. Let's start with the beginning. As you guys may know, if you guys remember me, I used to make videos on a little Replay XD, and that sucker was, well, it was okay. Right, Dove? Like, wasn't great, it was whatever. It was like 720p, 60 FPS. Had a built-in, I guess you would call it audio pass-through. 35 is the speed limit, and it's like freaking out that you're going 35. Whatever. Well, that little guy I've been using to record all my videos with, it died, and it, I don't know, I couldn't bring it back, I couldn't fix it, so I just said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna move on and look at other cameras and probably get a better one. So I started saving up my money, and I actually had the money to buy another one, but I decided not to. And you're probably like, well, why did you buy one? You could keep making videos and become super famous for crazy videos. Well, I said no. I decided to spend my money on myself, and that sounds terrible, but I decided to spend it like basically on stuff to help myself learn about tech and computer stuff and crap like that, so I could turn it into a job. And it took me about 2 to 3 years of studying and learning and crap to finally score myself a job. This person's like, this little kid, I think, just looking at me. I think her window's down. They heard me talking. Probably think I'm crazy. I think I'm crazy. I think every YouTuber thinks that. They're like going insane or just crazy because they're talking to themselves, especially motovloggers. And they get in that traffic where people have their windows down and they're still talking to themselves. And then they make that awkward like eye contact with the other person because the other person heard that person talking to themselves. And you're like, you see this camera? I'm making a video. And yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, my job, as you guys may have remembered, was bringing me down. It was pretty crappy. I was driving a forklift for a living, and it was pretty crummy. Like, it was really hard physical labor, and you worked in really bad conditions, and it was just not, yeah. So I used to walk down these railroad tracks, and if you keep going, you get this trestle, and it's a nice little swimming hole that people used to go to. But then some asshole over here bought it. This guy right here, I think, or that company, or whatever. But like they gated it up, and they don't own it. They don't own the spot to get to it, and they don't own the spot because it's a flood spot. But they own the spot that we use to cut to get into it, and they gated that stuff all off. I would say gutted, but then I say gated, whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's right over there. It's all overgrown now because no one can hang out there and play and stuff, so whatever. Whoa. So, as I was saying about my job, it was terrible, it was crappy, I didn't like it. And so I was like, well, I gotta get out of here, I gotta move on. So, that, like I said, I studied tech and stuff, and I was looking at stuff I wanted to be and do, and stuff that interested me, and just happened to be tech. And yeah, anyway. Fast forward after I got all that stuff learned and pretty good at it. My throat's really dry, so it's hard to talk. You know, I haven't gone down this road in forever. Let's see what's down here. Ooh, it's nice and high quality road. I forgot where I left off. I need to quit doing that. I keep getting distracted and just kind of like, ooh, look, there's birds, and forget, I still can't talk very well. I can't think of the example. It's like Patrick Star, like how dumb he is. That's how I feel sometimes when I get distracted by things that I forget what I was talking about. Whoa! Jesus. There's a crap ton of gravel on the road. It almost made me go in there. That is not good. Sorry about that, guys. My GoPro died, so I pulled over to charge it for a while. And then for a short period, I got surrounded by cows. Anyway. Now I really don't remember where I left off. Whatever. Let's just go and talk. I think this is where I left off. Is my work had a position opening. I used to swim in there when I was a kid. My mom used to live back there a long time ago. But anyway, my job had a position opening for a system technician, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and apply for it. So I applied for it. I got the job. Not after I did a whole bunch of like crazy stuff. Like we had 3 interviews. Last one wasn't really an interview. They called it an interview. I call it more of a something else. I don't know. I'll call it something else. So first interview, like any other interview, it just went whatever. They just asked me basic questions. I got called back for a second interview. The second interview, they wanted some more advanced stuff, and I was able to pass all that. But then they were like, hey, we want you to learn Python 3, and we want you to provide us with a sample program, and we want to see if you can do it in a month. And I was like, what? Like, the most I've ever programmed was a .ini file for a video game, and that's not really programming. That's just editing basic settings, pretty much. So I was like, sure, I want this job, so sure, I'll try it. So mind you, this was during like the worst timing ever, because I was doing 11-hour days and 8 to 10-hour days on Saturday already with the company. So I had no time to freaking learn this crap and use it, whatever. But sleepless nights later, I was able to do it, and I provided them with the sample program. They liked the sample program, and it wasn't like that Hello World thing either. It was like actually a pretty sophisticated accounting. Well, I wouldn't say sophisticated. It was more of a, for a 1 month user, like somebody who just learned it 1 month, and it was busier than hell, was able to provide an accounting program, even though a basic accounting program. Yeah. It was like a accounting / game program, but yeah. They liked it. So that's basically what I've been having going on with my life since I've been gone. And then, like I said, I got the job, I got more money, and now I had enough extra money that I was like, GoPro, Tascam, bam, I'm back in the game, better than ever. Alright guys, you know what, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm just gonna end it. I'm actually gonna shoot the second video right now because I'm trying to get as many out as I can right now, because I'm gonna be pretty busy for the next week or two. So I want to get as many as I can. This way I can upload them when whatever. You guys know the YouTube drill by now. You guys have been watching YouTube for long enough. Some of you have been born with YouTube. I actually existed before YouTube existed. I'm an old timer. Oh, even though I'm only 27. Alright guys, that's it. You guys know the drill by now. You guys have been using YouTube long enough. So I'm just going to leave you guys with this. Later.